The Congregational Prayer. Allah commands Muslim men to perform the 5 obligatory prayers in congregation and promises them a great reward for doing so. Mentioning the reward of the congregational prayer, the Prophet once said, "The reward for a prayer offered in congregation is 27 times greater than that offered by a person alone." Sahih al-Bukhari, 619, Sahih Muslim, 650. The congregational prayer can be established by at least 2 people. One of them acts as the prayer leader, Imam. However, the larger the congregation, the dearer it is to Allah. Following the Imam in prayer. This means that those praying behind the Imam must do the same as he does during the prayer, by observing all the prayer movements and taking all the prayer postures, such as bowing and prostrating, immediately after him. They must not engage in any movement or posture before him, or differ with him in this respect in anything whatsoever. The Prophet said, "The Imam is to be followed. Say Allahu Akbar when he says it, and do not say it until he says it first. Bow when he bows, and do not bow until he has done so first. When he says, Sami Allahu liman hamida, Allah listens to him who praises him, say, Rabbana wa lakal hamd, our Lord, to you is due all praise. Prostrate when he prostrates, and do not prostrate until he has done so first." Sahih al-Bukhari, 710, Sahih Muslim, 414, and Sunan Abu Dawud, 603. Who should lead the prayer? Generally speaking, the person who knows the Quran the best should be given preference in leading the prayer. If those present are equal in that respect, then the one who is best informed in the rules of religion. As the Prophet said, "Let him act as Imam to a congregation who knows the Quran by heart the best. And if all present should be equal in that respect, then let him perform who has the deepest knowledge of the Sunnah." Sahih Muslim, 673. Where does the Imam, and those he leads, stand in prayer? The Imam stands in front of those he leads in prayer. Ma'mumun, singular ma'mum, follower. The followers, standing shoulder to shoulder, form straight lines behind him, and the front rows should be filled and completed first. If there is only one follower, ma'mun, he positions himself to the right of the Imam. How to make up for missed prayer units. If the prayer has already started, the latecomer should join in the congregation in the very position in which he finds the Imam. For example, if he finds the Imam in the prostrate position, he must recite the takbir, then prostrate himself. When the Imam concludes the congregational prayer by reciting the taslim, the latecomer rises, reciting the takbir, to assume a standing position and complete the rest of the prayer individually by making up for the units he has missed. The unit, rak'ah, that he catches up with the Imam when he first joins the congregation, counts as the beginning of his own prayer, and whatever he makes up for after the Imam concludes the congregational prayer counts as the rest of his prayer. How to determine that a complete rak'ah is offered? The prayer is determined by the number of units offered in it. If a latecomer joins the congregation while the Imam is in the bowing position, he is considered to have offered a complete unit, rak'ah, even though he has not recited Surat al-Fatiha in that particular rak'ah in the standing position. If, however, he misses the bowing position, then he must recite the takbir and join the congregation. In this case, he is considered to have missed this particular rak'ah, and whatever movements and postures in it do not count. Examples illustrating ways of making up for missed prayer units. If someone joins the congregation during the Fajr prayer while the Imam is in the second rak'ah, he must, after the Imam concludes the prayer with the taslim, rise, reciting the takbir, to assume a standing position and make up for the other rak'ah which he has missed. He must not recite the taslim until he completes the prayer, for the Fajr prayer consists of 2 units, and he has only offered 1 unit with the Imam. If he joins the congregation during the Maghrib prayer while the Imam is in the sitting position, reciting the final tashahhud, he must, after the Imam concludes the prayer with the taslim, rise, reciting the takbir, to assume a standing position, and offer 3 complete units of prayer. The reason for this is that he has joined the congregation only at its end, while the imam is reciting the final tashahhud. A unit, rak'ah, can only count as complete if one joins the congregation while the imam is in the bowing posture. If he joins the congregation during the dur prayer, while the imam is in the bowing position of the 3rd rak'ah, then this means he has offered 2 complete units of prayer, which count for him as his first 2 units. As soon as the imam concludes the prayer with the taslim, he must then rise, reciting the takbir, to assume a standing position and offer 2 more units, namely the 3rd and 4th units, considering that the dur prayer consists of 4 units of prayer.